Hello friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legends Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legends Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Game of the Week for April 30th of Year 2 of the FSBL. The Montreal Expos visit the Seattle Mariners here at Safeco Park. The Mariners struggling out of the gate here, 12-16, but they are armed with the reigning American League Most Valuable Player, Ken Griffey Jr., and the Mariners have taken the first two games of this three-game set. Expos come in 16-12, Mariners, as we mentioned, 12-16, and the Expos will send Javier Vazquez to the mound today. Vazquez will try to get the finale of this series. It's a beautiful day here in Seattle. Don't hear that often. It rains 9 months of the year in Seattle. I heard that in a movie once. Here's Mike Moore. Moore 2-3, a 5.14 earned run average through his first 5 starts of the season. 44 hits in 28 innings. That is not going to get it done. Moore was solid for the Mariners last year. Not so much so far this year. He'll face Jose Vidro to start things off. For the Expos, Vidro batting .280, first pitch, and we're underway, and Vidro lines it into right field for a leadoff single. Ichiro plays it on the hop, so one pitch, one base runner. Vidro is on to lead things off for the Expos. Tex Aggs and World's Worst Gamer have joined us. How are you, gentlemen? Tex pulling for the Expos. Never liked the Mariners. What's there not to like about the Mariners? They've never been good enough to infringe on anybody, really. Couple of rare seasons. Here's Spike Owen. Owen batting .284. Fastball in there for a called strike. .284, surprising 3 homers out of Spike Owen here in the season's opening month. 9 ribbies. Moore checks Vidro back to first, delivers up and in. Fastball misses, count goes to 1-1. Michael Silva in the house. How are you, Mike? Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. Appreciate the kind words. Hopefully these stadiums meet up to your to your lofty standards. The stuff you do for Out of the Park, man, is incredible. I've gotten away from the game recently just because I've been doing this so much. But, I've been involved in Out of the Park for a long time, and your stuff is an essential download, and I don't say that about much. Fastball in there for Moore. Owen goes down looking. So Moore bounces back after giving up the leadoff single to Vidro. Not sure what Owen was looking for here, but a belt-high fastball apparently wasn't it. So Owen grabs a seat, and here's Bryce Harper. Harper picking up right where he left off last year. Runner-up in the National League Most Valuable Player voting last season. Harper batting .355, 5 homers, 20 RBIs here as we close out the opening month of Year 2 of the FSBL. The Expos, the surprise team in Year 1. They're not being considered a surprise now. People viewing them legitimately. They have dropped the first 2 of this series, but they're 16-12. Pitch from Moore, breaking ball up the middle, out of the reach of Brett Boone. And it's a single into center for Harper, 2 men on for the Expos here in the first. That'll bring up the Hawk, Andre Dawson, and Dawson is on fire early. .361 for Dawson. 8 homers, 24 RBIs. OPS over 1,000. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Boone flips to Vizquel. Barehanded turn. Beautifully done. 4-6-3 double play, and the Expos are turned aside here in the first. Dawson hit it hard, but right at Boone up the middle. Vizquel making it unnecessarily hard, but he likes doing that. Nice turn, though. Nifty play. 4-6-3. We head to the bottom of the first, and the Mariners will deal with Javier Vazquez, who's off to a great start. 4-0, 3.31 earned run average in his first 5 starts for Vazquez. offering support behind the top two of Scherzer and Strasburg. He'll deal with Ichiro Suzuki to lead things off. Ichiro struggling out of the gate, batting only .226. Beatles eternally in the house. After a fun, chat-filled baseball discussion on his channel. Always a pleasure to listen to everybody along with Beatles there. Ichiro tries to bunt his way on. Nice play by Zimmerman as he charges. Throw to first to Johnson, and Ichiro is retired. Mariners lineup, Suzuki, Vizquel, and Griffey. Julio Rodriguez, Martinez, and Seager. Phil Bradley, Kenji Jojima, and Brett Boone rounded out for Seattle. Again, I don't think Michael has ever been in here before. I'll recap the premise here for him, is that one is singled into center for a one-out base hit. Wayne Martz in the house as well. The Franchise Stars Baseball League is a little bit different than your usual Franchise Stars setup. Each team has a 100-player master pool as Ken Griffey Jr. steps in. 40 players at random were selected for year one. The remaining 60 will come in gradually in amateur drafts, 4 at a time for the next 15 seasons. Each rookie draft will also include one Negro Leaguer per team. So that's the setup here. So that's why you'll see some guys like, why is this guy here over this guy? You know, like Wilson Ramos and Yan Gomes over Gary Carter, just because Gary Carter isn't in the league yet. He will be eventually, but he is not at this point. Plenty of great stars in the league, though. Ken Griffey Jr. among them. The reigning AL MVP, 59 homers last season for Jr. A little bit of a slower start out of the gate this year, .262 for Griffey as the throw over to first. Checks Vizquel back to the bag. Another throw over, back easily again. Nick Johnson with a half-hearted tag attempt there. Vasquez delivers. Big bender, but Griffey doesn't chase. Count goes to 2-1. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. There's a fastball, and Griffey hits it out well to center. Dawson ranges to the gap. He'll get there. Puts it away. And the side, side's retired. 2 outs. I lost track. Fortunately, I'm not in the field, so it doesn't affect us as much.
The designated hitter.
2 down. Here's Julio Rodriguez. 308, 3 homers, 5 RBIs in the early going for Rodriguez. So, yeah, it's a full 162. One of the limitations of the show is that you can't create custom leagues. You can technically, as Vizquel steals second, you can technically create a custom league, but it has to be the same format, the same structure of Major League Baseball. So the same number of teams. You can't like create a 16-team custom league like I did with my old all-time baseball league for Out of the Park. So you've got to run the full 30 teams, the same divisional setup, 3 divisions of 5 in each league, same playoff format and all that kind of stuff. Tapper up to third. Zimmerman, bare hand, throws him out, and the side is retired to end the first. Nice play there by Ryan Zimmerman to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the second. Expos coming up. Alou, Staub, and Zimmerman. So what I do, so that the season doesn't take forever, is it's the regular 162. I did like 3 broadcasts for opening day. It's Moises Alou steps in. 3rd in the NL in RBIs so far with 23. And so I did like 3 opening day broadcasts to ring in the season, and then I sim to each Sunday in the schedule, and I pick one game of the week, and then I do that one broadcast for each Sunday. So really, the real bulk of the league is simmed, just because, again, it would take forever to get through this. And one of the things that I love about a setup like this is seeing it play out in career mode and a length of franchise, and seeing how guys do over history and stuff like that. But once I get to the postseason, I broadcast every postseason game here on the channel. So you can watch like every game from the year 1 playoffs here on the channel if you ever wanted to get caught up. I also did a top 10 games of the playoffs video that would really be a quick hit for you to get caught up on how year 1 went. So 2 down. Here's Ryan Zimmerman. First pitch swinging. Grounds it outside third for a strike. Zimmerman scuffling here in April. 2:23. He'll be happy to see the calendar turn to May. Shot down to first. Tino Martinez takes it to the bag himself. And the Expos go down in order. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. Martinez, Seager, and Bradley coming up for the Mariners. We are scoreless here in Seattle. Called it Safeco. I forgot that to change the name. T-Mobile Park is where we're at here. Here's Tino Martinez. 339, 5 homers, 18 RBIs. Strong opening month for Martinez. Changeup misses down and away. After this broadcast, I will also be, by the end of the weekend, I will have all of the team stats and the standings and the leaderboards posted on my website as well for anybody who wants to go looking through that stuff. Ground ball down to first. Nick Johnson takes it to the bag, and Martinez is retired. There's one away.
Batting six, the third baseman, Kyle Saunders.
So here's Kyle Seager. Seager struggling out of the gate. 206, 2 homers, 12 runs batted in. Ground ball down to first. Johnson will take this one himself as well, and there's 2 down. They do a great job with the parks, Mike. They really do. Like the real main ones are done. I love Crosley. I feel like they did a great job with Crosley. I think they did a great job with Shive, like those old parks. I hear in the new version of the game they've done the old Negro League parks really well. You know, the Stadium Creator is real good, but should be better. Like there should be the fact that I cannot make an old school like 80s turf stadium. I can't create a dome stadium is mind blowing to me. Like you have to know if you give people a Stadium Creator that they're going to want to go back in time and create parks that aren't in the game. It blows me away. But as a tool, the Stadium Creator is great. Fastball misses up high. Bradley chases it, and Vasquez sets him down. So Vasquez looking sharp. We're through 2, heading to the top of the third. Expos and Mariners are scoreless. Leading it off, here's Nick Johnson, 226, 3 homers, 7 runs batted in for Johnson.
Nick Johnson.
Mike Moore showing signs possibly of righting the ship to what's been a terrible start to the season for him. Being in the AL West is a tough order for the Mariners or any other team, though the Angels did make it as the wild card last season, because the Oakland A's will run away with that division yet again. The defending champions are the best team in baseball. The Mets' hot start this year notwithstanding. Johnson grounds out to Boone. Here's Wilson Ramos, 271, 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Yes, I would love to be able to, if it would let me do that, like, because I've got the crawl, and I give updates. I usually do it, like, after the 3rd, and then in the 8th, I'll do the updates of the out-of-town scoreboards and stuff like that. But yeah, to be able to, like, drop highlights in of what's going on in other games would be so cool. I may be wishful thinking on this, but I could swear that actually the older versions of Madden had that. I like going way back, but I felt like they would show you a clip from another game and stuff like that. Because that would be amazing if I could do that. You know, let's jump to what's going on in Atlanta right now, and so that Dwayne Morris can see Dale Murphy hit a home run, even though I'm not covering the game. Blue base hit out there to left, just out of the reach in no man's land. So Ramos is on with a blue base hit with 1 out here in the 3rd. Order turns over. Here's Jose Vidro. Vidro 1 for 1. There's a shot out to right. Vidro tags this one, but Ichiro chases it down. They were running hit and run there. They ran hit and run with Wilson Ramos. That is brave. Good thing Vidro got a piece there. Because Wilson Ramos, I know from his brief time with the Mets, you can clock him running the bases with a sundial. Here's Spike Owen. Fastball in there for a called strike. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because just going through the scores at the end of these things, in this and in my football league, I do too. Slow roller to second. Boone didn't think he had a play at first, and he was probably right. He tried to flip to get Ramos at second, but Ramos got down there in time. It's an infield hit. I don't think they'll give Owen a fielder's choice there. That will count as an infield hit. And now here's Bryce Harper. Harper 1 for 1. He's singled in the first. But so after a game, I'll do the recap of the other scores and whatever around the league. And just going through the scores, even when I don't go deep into the box scores and stuff like that, it takes me 15 minutes to go and recap everything around the league. So it really, if I could show highlights during the game of stuff going on elsewhere, I feel like it would almost kind of cut down on some things. As Harper grounds this one in the center, that's a base hit. Ramos being waved around third. Griffey comes up throwing. Good throw from Jr., but Ramos is in just ahead of it, and the Expos have taken a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. Jr. came up throwing. His throw hit the mound. Ramos slides in just behind Ojima. Off on contact with 2 outs. Strong throw from Jr., but Ramos is in. So it's an RBI single for Bryce Harper. He had plenty of those last year, and now here's Andre Dawson. Dawson hitting into an inning-ending double play back in the first, his first time up. Now 3 for 11 with a pair of doubles in the series. Moore will try to stem the tide here. Slider. Dawson holds his swing, but it's a called strike anyway. Spike Owen. There's a lot of rage here going on. Base hit in the center. Runner comes around. It's another single. And the Expos keep the line moving. RBI single for Andre Dawson. And they've taken a 2-0 lead as the chat maligned Spike Owen comes around to score run number 2 for the Expos. So they dropped one there in front of Griffey, which doesn't happen often. It's like, how the hell do you hate Spike Owen? Spike Owen isn't significant enough for anybody to hate. Unless he played for your team and stunk. Here's Moises Alou. I get what you're saying, though, about hating those type of hitters. Slap guys who don't draw walks. I get it. Pitch from Moore. Alou turns it, but foul. So 1-2 the count. Harper on second, Dawson on first. Alou turns another one down the left side, and again it'll find the seats. Moore comes to the set. Fastball inside, popped up, shallow right. Boone backs up onto the grass, puts it away, and the side is retired. But the Expos strike for a pair here in the top of the third. We'll head to the bottom half. Mariners will send up Jojima, Boone, and Ichiro, trailing 2-0. Yes. Key acquisition in the 86 Sox season. Correct, Michael.
The catcher, number 2.
So here's Jojima, 223. Vasquez, beautiful slider. In there for a called strike. Change up, misses down low. Dave Henderson. Henderson is on this this Mariners team. He made the initial draft for them, actually. 1-2 pitch from Vasquez. Fastball misses outside. Fastball. Oh, that's a generous one. That one looked like it was inside, but Vasquez rings him up. A beautiful two-seamer on the inside corner. But look at the pitch track. That's actually a four-seamer. I had some movement to it. Rings him up. The last couple of games we've had, it has seemed like the umpire calls have not given that inside corner to righties. This one seems different. That is a generous call there. Here's Brett Boone. Boone only batting .216 in the opening month here. Fastball misses down and away. It's 2-0. Fastball in there for a called strike. That fastball rides in. It's 3-1. Ichiro waits on deck. And that fastball looks like a strike on the outside corner, but Vasquez doesn't get it. So we've got a little bit of an erratic zone, it looks like, going on here early. Here's Ichiro. He grounded out his first time up. The Mariner Moose. I think he has an actual name. I'm terrible with the mascots. Unless he's just called the Mariner Moose. But Angel Hernandez behind the dish. Every time there's a bad ump, Angel Hernandez is the connection. Makes you wonder how the guy still has a job. I know how he has a job, but I'll digress. 1-1 the count here as Vasquez works to Ichiro. Oh, slider in there. Ichiro tied up in knots. Still manages to get the bat on the ball, though. Count goes to 1-2. Bender there, misses outside. It is just the Mariner Moose, okay. Like, I had no idea that Stomper, I forget who told, but that Stomper is the A's elephant jumping up on the dugout, who does that weird humping motion thing. It's like a felony in like 35 states. I don't know why they have him doing that in the graphic, but what finds the seats. Count stays 3-2. Fastball on the outside corner. Ichiro drags it to the right-hand side. Nice play by Vidro to range to his left and throw him out. Runner moves up to second. Now there's 2 outs. Mariners do have a runner in scoring position. That'll bring up Omar Vizquel. Vizquel 1 for 1, singled in the first. Again, if you're wondering why Vizquel was on the Mariners instead of the Indians, players were assigned to the team that they ranked higher on the WAR list for that position. It was just kind of designed to keep guys from getting stuck behind great players as frequently as usually happens in a franchise stars kind of setup. So, like, Vizquel really had a higher WAR with the Indians than with the Mariners, but he's more important, basically, to the shortstop position for the Mariners than he is for the Indians, because the Indians had more better options. So just kind of a means, as Vasquez fans in the third, just a means of kind of helping the teams with a little bit less history possibly have a shot at give them a little bit more of a chance of doing something. It's still not a great help, but it's something. So top of the fourth, here's Rusty Staub. Staub 0 for 1. First pitch from Moore is in there for a called strike. Jojima sets up high. Staub goes with it out to left center. Ranging over is Bradley. He puts it away. 4 out, number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
So here comes Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman is 0 for 1. He grounded out in the second. Rocky Row. Fastball misses up high. Bringing it back there. Jeez. Ground ball down to third. Fielded by Seager. Fires over to Martinez for out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Nick.
So Moore trying to have a bit of a bounce back inning here in the 4th. I meant to start doing this. We'll do the scores next time. Next time the scoreboard rolls around, we'll go through all the out-of-town stuff. I was a little late on the jump there. Fastball misses down low. 1-0 offering from Moore. Sinker there is fouled off. So 1-1 the count to Nick Johnson. Fastball up and in, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Those stupid little things that you remember. I remember when Nick Johnson was a Yankee. And they always, I felt like every broadcast, they would talk about the size of Nick Johnson's feet. The guy wore like a size like 20 shoe. It was something absurd like that. The guy strapped canoes to his feet. But they always made a big deal about the size of the guy's feet. So does anybody really care? Fly ball to right. Ichiro tracks it down. And the side is retired. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Griffey, Rodriguez, and Martinez due up for Seattle. They trail it 2-0. Here's Griffey. Griffey 0 for 1, lined out in the 1st.
Ken Griffey.
Curveball there, misses down low. Another curveball. Griffey goes after that one and misses it. It's 1-1. Fastball there. Griffey smokes it to right, but foul. That one was scalded down the right field line, but hooks foul, and now Vasquez is ahead of Junior 1-2. That one slapped foul the other way. Count stays 1-2. Ramos signals, sets up inside. Curveball there, Griffey fouls it off. Fastball misses up high, it's 2-2. Fastball up and in, jam shot there. Griffey fights it off though to stay alive. That's a really good question, actually. I do not know enough about that, Michael, where I'm not sure whether you could or not. That's a darn good question, actually. Fastball, Griffey tries to hold up, the ump punches him out. Vasquez picks up the strikeout. Down goes Griffey, and here's Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez 0 for 1, grounded out in the 1st. There's a shot out into right center. That's going to fall in front of Dawson for a base hit. Rodriguez makes the turn but holds up. It's a bloop single for Julio Rodriguez with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. AC Vasquez, 2 hits allowed, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Here in the bottom of the 4th. He's been sharp. Here's Tino Martinez. Tying run at the plate. Julio Rodriguez can run a bit. Fastball. In there for a called strike. Yeah, I have no idea. No, I figured that's what you meant, like a PS5 stream. I don't even know anything about that. I've never looked into it. So there's absolutely a chance. Like, I'm by no means well-versed in the PS5. Pitch out there. Rodriguez goes. It's a strong throw from Ramos, and he guns him down. Rodriguez did not get a great jump there. They went for the pitch out, and Ramos threw a strike. Yes, always ask the teenagers the tech questions. I have learned that one. So 2 down now. Count goes to 2-2 as Martinez fouls that pitch off. Fastball up and in, struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Javier Vasquez sends Martinez packing. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Vasquez looking sharp for Montreal. They lead it 2-0 here in Seattle. Wilson Ramos will lead things off. Singled and scored his first time up.
Wilson Ramos.
Moore hasn't been bad, but Vasquez has been better. Fastball there at the knee is a called strike 1. Fastball there. Moore ahead of Ramos 0-2. Michael, I really appreciate it, man. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate the kind words. Like I said, you know I'm a fan of yours as well. Hope to see you around here. We got a good group, and these guys are very good about supporting my channel, which I really appreciate. Everybody supports each other's stuff around here, so it's a good group. Glad to have you in it. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you soon, buddy. High fastball there. Ramos flies it to left. Bradley is under it, puts it away for the first out.
Now batting, number 3.
So here's Jose Vidro. Vidro 1 for 2, singled in the first, his first hit of the series. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Vidro cranking up the power bat, 3 homers in his last 9 games. Vidro more of a gap hitter than a power threat. Fastball for Moore misses inside. 1-1 the count. Tapper back to the mound. Moore pounces on it. Nice job there by Moore. Throws to Martinez for out number 2.
Now batting, number 7.
Nicely done there by Moore. Don't look now, Beatles eternally, but Ed Morris leads the National League in ERA. Who says your Pirates don't have pitching? And Bill Swift is 5th. That's a far cry from last season for the Pirates. This one is dropped into left for a 2-out single. It is just 1 month into the season, but hey, take the pitching while you can get it.
Bryce Harper.
So Spike Owens, still smarting from World's Worst Gamers insults earlier, drops a base hit into left, and that brings up Bryce Harper. Well, that was the definition of a slap hit right there. So, opposite field bloop dunker. Sean's like, that's exactly what I was talking about. 1-0 pitch to Harper. High fastball, fly ball to center. It's hit well, but Junior's underneath it. puts it away, and the side is retired. So moving along here, we're midway through in this one. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Expos lead the Mariners 2-0. Here's Kyle Seager. Seager 0 for 1, grounded out back in the second.
The third baseman, Kyle.
Not a... Yeah, Texags. Yeah, A&M, I get it. Took me a moment there to make that connection. It's late. I'm a little slow at this point in the night. Count 2-0 as Vasquez works to Seager. Fastball misses down low. It's 3-0. Couple hitting streaks going on. Derek Jeter at 21. Jim Northrup of the Tigers has his hitting streak at 18. That one is stroked into the gap. That's going to be extra bases. Dawson will retrieve it against the wall. Throw comes into second. Sliding in with a leadoff double is Kyle Seager, his 8th double of the season. And the Mariners have a runner in scoring position to start things off here in the 5th. Seager running like he had some bad Taco Bell, but he gets into second. Here's Phil Bradley. Bradley 0 for 1. Curveball misses down low. So Dizzy Dean bounces back from getting smacked around by the Brewers and hurls a complete game shutout against the Reds. Leading Rookie of the Year candidate. I think it's kind of a two-horse race in the National League. It'll be between Gary Sheffield of the Marlins and Dizzy Dean. Benny Koff of the Giants is off to a red-hot start, though. Keep an eye on him. Fastball misses up high. So with a runner on second, Vasquez is behind Bradley 3-0. Jojima waits on deck. Out-of-town scoreboard, the Yankees defeat the Royals 6-5. Bob Shaw, acquired in the offseason trade from the Giants, gets the win. Kevin Seitzer homered for the Royals. Elston Howard goes deep for the Yankees. In Tampa, the Rays beat the Rangers 8-4. Adrian Beltre drives in a pair for the Rangers. Randy Winn, a pair of home runs for the Rays. Randy Winn has 8 home runs already. Don't know where that's coming from. There was a player last year who started like that. Now I can't remember who it was. Had a ton of home runs early and then didn't homer again the rest of the year. White Sox and Angels deadlocked in the 5th. Jack McDowell on the mound for the White Sox. The Astros 10-8 in Minnesota. Cesar Cedeno continues to have a great early season. Beautiful double play turned there. Vidro gets massacred at second base by Phil Bradley, but makes the turn. It's a double play, and there's 2 down as the runner moves to third. Apologies, getting kind of stumbling through the out-of-town scoreboard a bit here with the action going on. Great pitchers duel in Atlanta. Kid Nichols gets the best of Oakland rookie Eddie Plank. The Braves win that one 2-0. Nichols with the complete game shutout. Marlins defeat the Mets 7-2. This one is dropped into right. Coming on is Harper. It falls in front of him. It's going to be an RBI opposite field single. And the Mariners are on the board. They cut the deficit to 2-1. Brett Boone goes the other way to drop the single in there. And the Mariners are on the board. Order turns over. Here comes Ichiro. He's 0 for 2. Giants defeat the Pirates 9-2. I feel like the Pirates have lost like 3 games all season, other than the games when I've done the game of the week. Every time I do the game of the week, the Pirates lose. Phillies up 7-0 on the Padres in the 5th. Good grief, do the Padres stink. Rockies up 3-1 in the 5th on the Indians. Todd Helton has hit his 3rd home run of the year for Colorado. This one is blooped out into center in front of Dawson. We've had a bunch of those hits in this one. Dawson comes up throwing, runner holds. Boone does not run particularly well. Even with 2 outs, Boone does not try to go first to third on the Hawk Andre Dawson. Probably a smart move. So 2 down, first and second. Here's Omar Vizquel. Vizquel is 1 for 2. That one looped out to left, but Owen ranges out, puts it away, and the side is retired. But the stupid uniform glitch in play once again. Brett Boone has not been traded to the Expos. Boone goes the other way. We're through 5 in Seattle. Expos still lead it 2-1.
Leading off for Montreal.
Sorry, needed a drink there. Here's Andre Dawson. Dawson 1 for 2. Pitch from Moore. Splitter in there for a call and strike. Fastball at the knees. Moore ahead of Dawson 0-2. That fastball just off the outside corner. Fastball misses up high. So after starting him off with a pair of strikes, Moore's now thrown a pair of balls to even the count to Dawson. Splitter misses down low. Moises Alou waits on deck. There's a high fastball. Dawson fouls it off down the right side. Full count to the Hawk. Moore delivers, swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes Dawson. That's the 3rd strikeout for Moore as he beats him with a fastball. Ties him up inside. Nice spot there from Moore. Dawson will strike out. So here's Alou. Alou 0 for 2. One and 0 the count. Sinker misses away. Blue Jays up. They defeated the Orioles, I should say, 4-2. Juan Guzman with the win. Ned Garver the loss. Mark Eichhorn, his 9th save of the year. Ken Williams, his 3rd home run of the year for the Orioles. Roberto Alomar, his 3rd for the Blue Jays. Ground ball to 3rd. Seager has it. Throws over to 1st, and there's 2 down. As we mentioned, Twins beat the Astros 10-8. Camilo Pascual finally gets his first win of the year. Cesar Cedeno 4 for 5 for the Astros. Kent Herbeck his 6th home run of the season for the Twins. Red Sox defeat the Tigers in Detroit. Carl Mays, the rookie, picks up his 3rd win for Boston, backed by the 7th home run of the year for Reggie Smith. Rookie Norm Cash hit his 3rd homer of the year for the Tigers. Splitter misses away. Moore is behind Staub, 2-0 here, with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Staub ground ball to 2nd. Boone is there. Throws to 1st, and the side is retired. So the Expos are set down. Heart of the Mariners order coming up. Griffey, Rodriguez, and Martinez. So the Expos cling to that 2-1 lead. Here's Junior. He's 0 for 2 today, 1 for 8 in the series. He's only hit a 2-run homer. Slider misses down low. There's a shot. Hit well to right. Harper, though, step shy of the track, puts it away for out number 1. Dan Brothers, a pair of home runs for the Dodgers, but they fell to the Brewers anyway, 5-4. Here's Julio Rodriguez, 1 for 2, singled in the fourth. Benny Koff, 4 for 5 for the Giants. The rookie has absolutely scalded the ball in the early going of this season. Richie Ashburn has 4 hits already for the Phillies. They're up on the Padres, 7-5 in the sixth. Todd Helton now has a pair of homers in Colorado. So they lead 5-1. Derek Jeter has taken over the American League batting lead at .403. And we're just at the end of April. Let's figure all these averages will come down over time. 3-1 the count to Julio Rodriguez. Tino Martinez waits on deck. Vasquez fastball misses down low and he walks him. So Rodriguez is on again. He was thrown out stealing his last time up. Here's Tino Martinez. 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Astros rookie Jeff Bagwell leading the American League in RBIs with 29. And then Oakland have the 2, 3, and 4 guys. Ted Williams is 5th. Ricky Henderson again leading the league in steals. He's got 12 so far. Throw over to first. Keep Rodriguez close. Rodriguez 8 stolen bases on the season to this point. Fastball misses up high, throw to second, and this time Rodriguez gets the better of it. He swipes the bag. Number 9 on the season for Rodriguez, and the Mariners now have the tying run in scoring position. Three and 0 to Tino, 1 out. Fastball in there for a called strike. Nice work. Angels rookie Frank Tanana, 5th in the league in ERA, 1.77. There's a shot. Martinez out in the left center. That's a base hit. Dawson cuts it off. Rodriguez is going to be waved around anyway. That's a strong throw from Dawson. But Rodriguez is in safely, and the Mariners tie the game at 2. RBI single from Tino Martinez. So Rodriguez scores to tie it up. Here's Kyle Seager. Seager is 1 for 2. And Seager hits this one deep to right center. That's going back in the gap. It's a one-hopper off the wall. Martinez does not run well. They're going to wave him anyway. Harper to Vidro. Vidro will not throw it home. It's an RBI double for Kyle Seager. And the Mariners have taken a 3-2 lead here in the 6th. So it's come off a little bit for Vasquez, and that's it for Javier Vasquez. So Vasquez seemed like he was cruising along a bit, but the Expos are going to take him out here in the 6th. He's kind of lost it pretty quickly. So it's 3 runs allowed. Runner on second is on his ledger. Here's John Roush, 3-2, a 5.40 ERA. This will be Roush's 14th appearance of the year so far. Getting plenty of work, despite the fact that he really has not been particularly effective. So we mentioned that Jeff Bagwell, the rookie for the Astros, leading the American League in RBIs. Gary Sheffield, the Marlins rookie, leading the National League in RBIs to this point. Roush gets the ground out to second. Runner moves up to third. Bradley is retired. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring up Kenji Jojima, 0 for 2. He's 1 for 10 in the series. Terrific defensive catcher, but they would love to see him give them a little more offense than he's giving them. Fastball here misses up high. It's 1-0. Luis Ayala and the Negro League player known only as Newman throwing in the bullpen for the Expos. Slider misses down low. Yep, and everybody did the Seinfeld when I said that. I know. It's all right. 2-0 the count as Roush works to Jojima. That one is popped up. Nick Johnson's underneath it. Puts it away and the side is retired. But the Mariners get a pair to take the lead. We head to the top of the 7th in Seattle. Mariners 3, Expos 2. So Ryan Zimmerman will lead it off. Zimmerman is 0 for 2, dropping his average down to 219.
Zimmerman.
Moore has been solid. Again, it's been a rough opening month for Mike Moore. There is bullpen action going, though. Both pitchers just starting to throw. Julio Mateo and Enrique Romo throwing out in the Mariners bullpen. Fastball fouled off. It's 0-2. There's a shot down the third base line. That's a base hit. Bradley gets over to cut it off. He'll hold him to a single. Throw in is offline. But Zimmerman gets a much-needed hit down the third base line. Nothing Seager can do about this one. And Mike Moore is going to check out of this game. So this is going to become a bullpen battle over the final 3. Moore does his job. Don't think he wanted to give the ball up there, but again, he's struggled this season. He's put up a good performance today to try to get him out on the high note. So already warm. I was wondering because the other two had just started to throw. Arthur Rhodes, the rookie, is going to come in. Rhodes, 2.70 ERA in 13 appearances so far. He comes in, the lefty to face lefty, Nick Johnson. Change up, misses down low. Fastball. That one misses up high. Count is 2-0. That one is fouled back. Rhodes checks the runner and delivers. Fastball up and in before a called strike. Catches the high end of the zone. That's a good quadrant to work if you can do it consistently. 2-2 the count. Rhodes peeks at the runner. Looks home and delivers. Fastball misses up high. The count goes full. Wilson Ramos waits on deck. Fastball, borderline. Rhodes wanted that one. Umpire denies him. Says it's a touch low. So first and second, nobody out. Here's Wilson Ramos. Ramos is 1 for 2. Fastball misses inside. Early part of the season, Ramos batting 187 with runners in scoring position. Ramos can be doubled up if Rhodes can get a grounder here. Here's the pitch. Ramos holds up. They peel down to first. Said he didn't go. 2-0 the count. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 2-1. Rhodes looking in. Ramos twirls the bat. Gets set. Pitch from Rhodes and Wilson Ramos. Deep drive to left. See you later. Wilson Ramos jacks it out of here. A 3-run shot off of Arthur Rhodes, his second of the year, and the Expos reclaim the lead. It is 5-3, Montreal. Zimmerman and Johnson there to greet him. Ramos tees off. That was a no-doubter off the bat of Wilson Ramos. Into the back of the Expos bullpen.
Now batting, number 3.
Ramos hits lefties well. No doubt about that shot off the bat of Wilson Ramos. So Mike Moore's solid start goes to waste. Now here's Jose Vidro trying to keep things rolling for the Expos. Rhodes slider misses inside. It's 1-1. Steve Tate has joined us. Steve, how are you, sir? Fastball from Rhodes. Fly ball to right. Ichiro ranges over. Puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, number 7.
Here's Spike Owen. Owen 1 for 3. Singled, scored a run. Fastball. In there for a called strike. Fastball misses down low. Slider misses down and in. The count goes to 2-1. Fastball at the knees evens the count. You can still see the frustration on Arthur Rhodes' face. He knows he has blown this one, giving up the 3-run homer to Ramos. Two-two pitch. Owen ground ball up the middle. Vizquel has it easily. Throws over to first. Owen is set aside for out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder, Bryce Harper.
So here's Bryce Harper, 2 for 3, a pair of singles and an RBI. Changeup misses down low. Slider doesn't slide, stays inside, counts 2-0 now. Crowd on its feet, trying to exhort Rhodes to get through this. That one is hit out well to right. Bit of a liner, not quite hit as hard as I originally thought off the bat. Ichiro tracks it down, and the side is retired. 7th inning stretch time. Mariners fans not going to be in a singing mood after Wilson Ramos' 3-run homer gave the Expos a 5-3 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. So here's Brett Boone. Boone 1 for 1. He is singled, driven in a run. 2 for 10 now in the series. John Roush will stay in. He only threw 4 pitches in relief of Javier Vasquez in the 6th. Good slider there. In for a called strike. Curveball misses down and away. It's 1-1. Expos have had a little bit of trouble bridging the gap to Jeff Reardon. Ground ball down to first. Johnson takes it to the bag, and there's one away.
Now back, right fielder, Ichiro Suzuki.
Here's Ichiro, 1 for 3. Singled back in the 5th. Curveball there, lashed down the right field line, but foul. Harper having some words with the fans here down the right field line at T-Mobile. Ichiro slaps it down to first. Johnson flips it to Roush. Ichiro gets down the line very well. But Roush's 6'10 frame only takes a couple of strides to get over to the bag, and Ichiro is turned aside. So 2 down. Here comes Omar Vizquel. Vizquel 1 for 3, singled back in the 1st. Fastball there, called strike. There's the pitch. Line drive right at Owen. Couple steps to his left. Pulls it in, and the side is retired. So good job by Roush in relief. Expos will send Dawson, Alou, and Staub up in the top of the 8th, and they will face Jeff Nelson. Nelson's gotten plenty of work in this opening month. This will be appearance number 17 for him. 2.29 earned run average. Over 19 2/3 innings. So Nelson will try to keep this a 2-run game. Dawson steps in to face him first. Dawson 1 for 3. Slider swung on and missed for strike 1. Big slider there, misses outside. 42,275 in attendance here in Seattle. Fastball called just outside. Nelson wanted that one, didn't get it. 2-1 offering. That slider is in there to even things up at 2-2. Pitch from Nelson. Dawson up the middle, but they had him shifted. Boone fields it behind second base. Throws Dawson out. There's one away. So here's Moises Alou. Alou 0 for 3. 1 for 9 in the series. Expos trying to avoid a 3-game sweep. First pitch from Nelson. Fastball right in there for strike 1. Nelson rocks and deals. Grounded foul outside third. So Nelson's ahead of Alou 0-2 here. That one's in the dirt. 1-2. Mike Schooler and Jerry Reed throwing in the Mariners bullpen. Nelson rocks and deals. That one is fouled straight back. The Padres have rallied back to overtake the Phillies. 8-7 in the 7th. Slider misses away. Slider and Alou fights off another one. Good battle here between Nelson and Alou. 1 out in the top of the 8th. Expos lead the Mariners 5-3. High fastball from Nelson. That one Alou chased, but he did get a piece of it. The A's are 23-5 if you're keeping score. Fastball misses up and in. Rusty Staub waits on deck. The defending champion A's have made very clear to everyone they are out to repeat. Slider from Nelson misses outside, ball 4. That is a terrific at-bat from Moises Alou. And it's a one-out base runner here for Montreal with Rusty Staub coming up. Staub 0 for 3. Fastball misses down low. There's a shot up the middle. Vizquel has it. Steps on the bag. Whirls, throws to first. And it's a double play. Beautifully turned by Omar Vizquel. No shock there. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Expos still lead the Mariners 5-3. So here's Jeff Fassero. We talked about trying to get that bridge to Jeff Reardon. Fassero has yet to allow a run this year in 5 2/3 innings. Hasn't allowed a hit to a left-handed batter as of yet. And he will start off facing one of the best lefty batters in the game, Ken Griffey Jr. Jr. only hitting .255 at this point, but he's got 11 home runs, looking to defend his American League and Major League home run title. 59 in year 1 of the FSBL for Jr. Takes a first pitch strike there, it's 0-1. Fassero deals, Griffey fouls it off. .0-2 pitch from Fassero. Griffey goes after a slider, gets a piece of it. Forkball misses inside. It's 1-2. If you are watching, most importantly, thank you. If you have not as of yet subscribed, kindly do so. If you haven't, hit the like button. I hope you'll consider doing so if you like what you hear. Griffey grounds out into the shift. That was practically a ground out to short, but it was Zimmerman who fields it. Throws him away for out number 1. Here's Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez 1 for 2. He has singled and scored a run. Sinker in there for a called strike. Another sinker from Fassero, called strike. That's a good location, inside corner at the knees. So Fassero ahead of Rodriguez, 0-2. There's a shot, just foul. Nice diving stop by Johnson to knock it down, but it's all for naught as it was outside the bag. There's a pitch, high fly ball to the left, off the end of the bat a bit though. Alou puts it away for out number 2. Both teams have a pair of arms going out in the bullpen. We'll see who Seattle turns to in the top of the 9th, but first Fassero has to get through the bottom of the inning for the Expos. Here's Tino Martinez. Martinez 1 for 3. First pitch, sinker is in there for a strike. Forkball misses down and in. 1-1 the count. That one is fouled off. The 1-2 offering from Fassero. Martinez chops it down to first. Johnson has it, takes it himself, and the side is retired. So we head to the top of the 9th. The Expos will try to get a little more insurance, but they lead the Mariners 5-3 here at T-Mobile. Zimmerman, Johnson, and Ramos due up for the Expos. Here's Jerry Reed. Reed a 4.66 ERA so far this year in 19 1/3 innings. He is 0-1. This will be his 13th appearance of the year. Here's Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman 1 for 3. Single and scored a run. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Your American League home run leader is Jimmy Fox of the A's with 13. Reggie Jackson has 11. He's tied with Ken Griffey Jr., Aaron Judge, And then 5th, the rookie Jeff Bagwell of the Astros. He's got 10. Bagwell would have to be considered a front-runner for the American League Rookie of the Year award at this point. Whitey Ford has been terrific for the Yankees. He will also get consideration. Long season, of course. Another prominent player could certainly thrust themselves into things. 3-1 here. Delivery in there for a called strike. The count goes full to Zimmerman. Pitch from Reed. Zimmerman in the hole. Nicely played by Vizquel. Long throw, and he gets him. Beautifully done. That's about the 3rd terrific defensive play we have seen Vizquel make on the day. Ranges to the hole, jumps and throws. Zimmerman is turned aside. There's one man down. Look at this one. Beautifully done by Omar. Not many better in the game, that's for sure. Here's Nick Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2. First pitch swinging. He laces a line drive into center for a base hit. No wait. First pitch swing. Johnson jumps all over it. So here's Wilson Ramos. Ramos has the big blow in this game. A 3-run shot in the 7th, his last time up. Turned a 3-2 Expos deficit into a 5-3 Expos lead. That's how we stand now. Pitch from Reed. Slider away. Ramos won't chase. That fastball, generous call. Called on the inside corner. Ramos doesn't agree. It gets right back in the box. Another slider away. Misses the mark. Pitch from Reed. Fastball down and away. It's 3-1. Jose Vidro waits on deck. Breaking ball, ground ball to short. Vizquel flips to Boone to second, on to first. 6-4-3 double play, and the side is retired. So the Mariners get their last crack. Seager, Bradley, and Jojima due up. We head to the bottom of the 9th here at T-Mobile. Expos lead the Mariners 5-3. So here's Jeff Reardon. Reardon has made 9 of 11 saves so far this year. 0-1 mark. He's at a 4.35 earned run average. This will be appearance number 12. He's worked 10 1/3 to this point. He will face Kyle Seager to lead things off. Seager 2 for 3. He's got a pair of doubles, an RBI, and a run scored. Curveball from Reardon misses down low. 4-1. Reardon looking to close it out. Seager, fly ball to center. Dawson ranges. He gets there, puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, Phil Bradley.
So here's Phil Bradley. Bradley is 0 for 2. He walked back in the 5th. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Fastball in there for a called strike. So Reardon's ahead of Bradley, 0-2. That fastball misses down and in. I would expect Reardon to try to go away here. But what do I know? Reardon looks in and deals. Fastball swung on and missed. Bradley is blown away. First strikeout from Reardon, and the Mariners are down to their final out.
Number 2.
So Bradley swings right over the top of that one. Here's Jojima. Jojima's 0 for 3. First pitch from Reardon, slider misses away. I want to see something here. Hold on one second. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. All right. I'm gonna let this pitch go by and see what happens. Fastball in there for a call, strike. It's 1-1. I want to see who the Mariners have, because I don't feel like the game is anywhere near aggressive enough as it should be pinch hitting. So like Jojima is hitting 245 on the year. He's got 3 homers, 11 RBIs. But you've got Raul Ibanez on the bench. He's your only lefty bat. All right, I'm not going to change it for now because we're mid at bat, but I do want to start tracking this a little bit more. And if I ultimately decide that the game is not aggressive enough in getting involved with pinch hitters, I may start jumping in and doing that. Fastball misses down low. And a fastball puts it past him. So 2-2 the count. Jojima pulls this one foul. Count stays 2-2. Yeah, I agree. I want to track it a bit because it's funny because it's and a curveball freezes a great pitch from Reardon to close it out. So Reardon picks up his 10th save. The Expos carry the 3-run homer from Wilson Ramos in the 7th to avoid the sweep here in Seattle. The Mariners do still win the series, but the Expos win the finale. Ramos takes Arthur Rhodes deep, and the Expos take the win. We'll get back to that discussion in a moment as far as the pinch hitting stuff goes. Nice job by Reardon. Snaps off a beautiful curveball there to wrap it up. So John Roush gets the win. He's 4-2 as a reliever to this point. Arthur Rhodes takes his first loss in the majors. Ramos gets player of the game. Doesn't really look like the Arthur Rhodes picture, but that's all right. Good night, Beatles. Thank you as always for checking in, sir. So your final line score, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Montreal. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Seattle. Now, I was saying as far as the pinch hitters go, like I said, I was mid at bat there, but I want to start tracking those situations a bit. The game is actually pretty aggressive as far as pinch runners go, actually, but I don't feel like it's necessarily it will use pinch hitters, but I feel like it could use them a bit more than it does. So I just want to track it and see, be a little bit more mindful of it, just to see if it's something that I want to start jumping in on to a degree. I don't want to over jump in on it, but it may be something I start intervening on a bit if I feel like it's a blatantly logical situation. Like that's a spot I feel like you go to Ibanez there, and then you bring in Dave Valley. Should the game go beyond that point, which there's not even a guarantee of it doing. But we'll see, and I'll track a few more situations like that and see if I think the game does it. I have a suspicion. So I cut, because I didn't want to use the real managers because a bunch of them are actually going to be guys who appear in the game. So I fired all of the real managers, and there's fake coaches that are generated to populate the system in the game. And I assigned those guys as managers to all the teams, and I suspect that their tendencies and stuff like that aren't as polished. Because I know when I've played this game, when I play it on my own too, the game is much more aggressive with pinch hitters, with the quote-unquote real managers than it seems to be in this format. So again, just something I can keep an eye on, and if I can improve on it, I will. But a nice win there for the Expos. We're going to go very quickly, because it's late, through the out-of-town scoreboard, and I'm not going to decide the next game of the week yet, because we're going to take a pause for a couple of days while I try to get the website updated with all the leaders and winners and all the individual team stats and all that stuff up on the website. I will hopefully have that up by the end of the weekend. Yankees defeat the Royals 6-5. Kansas City commits 4 errors in that one. Tampa Bay defeated Texas 8-4. Toronto over the Orioles 4-2 in Toronto. Boston outlasts Detroit 5-4. Twins beat the Astros 10-8. Angels defeat the White Sox 7-1 in California. Great pitchers duel, as we mentioned. The Braves hold off the A's. Kid Nichols outlasts rookie Eddie Plank. 2-0 win for Atlanta there. The Marlins defeated the Mets. Mets had been red hot. Marlins cool them off at least for a day, handing Jerry Koosman his first loss of the season. Marlins win at 7-2. Cardinals defeat the Reds in Cincinnati 3-1. Max Lanier with the win. Bob Ewing takes the loss. Milwaukee defeats LA 5-4. Brewers hanging around there in that Central. It's still early. Giants romp over the Pirates 9-2. San Francisco started off slowly, but they have gotten the ship righted a bit and have now built up a nice little lead there in the NL West here as we close out April. Diamondbacks defeat the Cubs 5-4. Rockies defeat the Indians in a slugfest at Coors 13-7. 35 hits between the two teams in that one. And the San Diego Padres, who trailed that game 7-2, come back to defeat the Phillies 8-7. Trevor Hoffman picks up his 8th save. The Phillies made 3 errors in that one. So that will close things out here. Again, I'm not going to have I'll probably have some kind of a broadcast tomorrow. Probably football, actually. May have a couple. But no baseball tomorrow. We're going to go and spend the next couple of days trying to get the leaderboards and the team stats up on the website, and then we will resume the Game of the Week telecasts on Monday. So I thank you guys all for joining me here. Nice to do a late-night broadcast. I hadn't done one in a bit. World's Worst Gamer, Beatles Eternally, Dwayne Martz, Steve Tate was in the house as well. Tex Aggs was here. Let me see who else was here. Michael Silva, making his first presence in a Legend Sports Universe broadcast. Glad to have Michael on board with the rest of us here. Good dude, does great work. And he's fun to chat. I know he's done some good convos on Beatles channel. We've heard from him over the past couple of weeks. So that'll wrap things up, guys. Thank you so much. Be good to each other, and we will talk soon. I will see you all at some point in somebody's broadcast at some point tomorrow. Take care, guys.